our CBC studios. You just finished watching Canada taking on Korea DPR. The Canadians with a 1-0 victory in this one. They are moving on to the quarterfinals, but some shaky moments here, and it starts with the Canadian turnover.
One or two wobbles in the first half from the Canadians, given away there, and here come North Korea on the break. Ri Kyung-hwan will have the shot, and it produces a good save from Sheridan. Does even better to get down and smother the rebound.
And the Koreans with a threatening chance here. Koreans exploiting a little bit of space there on the right side of the Canadian back line. Chosen wide, able to get this shot off. Fortunately for Sheridan, I think she's beaten, but it's wide. This is one of the rare moments where the Canadians had a bit of a defensive lapse. The Canadians had their chances too.
Really impressed by Emma Fletcher again on the right-hand side for Canada. Gets the ball across. Valerie Sanderson can't decide what she's going to do before she does. The ball's gone. It's a little bit of an embarrassment for Sanderson.
But then she does get it on target here. And Lawrence making great strides here coming down the left side of the field. Sanderson able to get her head on it. The Korean goalkeeper, much too athletic for that, able to make a reasonably easy stop there. All right, taking the second half. Prince breaking down the Korean defense.
Yeah, good stuff from the Canadians. Stays on her feet, manages to play in just about Sanderson, but scrambled away by the Koreans.
This time, no mistake, Prince. And the moment the Canadians are waiting for, Pierre-Louis gets this ball across to Michelle Prince, who again is creating chances, and Janine Becky is again on the end of it. This is her second goal in as many games. What a moment for the Canadians. Really well fought, and that was a very well put together goal. And they had to desperately hang on to that goal, even though Korea DPR had some chances near the end, and that's because they had to keep their eye on that Ghana-Finland game. We will show you those highlights in just a moment, but let's hear from the Canadian goal scorer.
You know, it's history, and that's what we talked about from the beginning of this tournament. You know, get out of our group. Let's focus on game one, take it one game at a time, but that was our goal. And, you know, we keep going from here, but, you know, we live our Canadian DNA, and we're workhorses, and we never give up.
All right, so here we go. Ghana, Finland, and Ghana was making Canada sweat in this one because they took the lead.
They did. Somalia, you'll remember, she scored against Canada. She did the same thing against the Finns as the Africans came from a goal behind to make it very, very nervous.
And then here they are getting another goal. And Kajo making the Canadians sweat even more, putting Ghana 2-1 here. A bit of a deflection off the Finnish defender. Finnish goalkeeper, unfortunate to not really have much of a chance there. Canadians were really happy in this one because they thought they were making it close. They did, but as mentioned, Canada managed to hold on to that 1-0 victory. So they are the ones who will move on. Korea DPR finishing first in the group. Canada finishing second, and Finland, this is their second appearance at the U20, have yet to win a game. But the hosts move on, and this is who they will be taking on is, well, the person who finished, or the team who finished first in Group B. That's Germany, a decisive 5-1 victory over Brazil. United States with their 3-0 victory over China finished second in Group B. So yes, the Canadians taking on the Germans. They took on the mighty Koreans, and now it doesn't get any easier for them as they move on to the quarterfinals. But either way, they are happy to be in the quarterfinals. And here's a look at that as we get started on Saturday. There is Germany, Canada, Korea DPR, United States. We have some group stage matches that still have to be played tomorrow to find out the other quarterfinal matches, which will be played on Sunday. So let's talk about Canada's next game against the Germans. And Nigel, it doesn't get easy because the Germans scored 12 goals in their 3 group stage matches.
Well, they did, Andy, but they also conceded 5 in one game against the the Chinese players, so they can be scored on. I mean, we're into knockout soccer now, Claire, so, I mean, anything can happen. It's a matter of belief, and I'm one of those people who believes that when it comes to tournament football, this is where international reputations are made. So Canada has a great chance now to go on and make a statement as the hosts.
We did talk about the Canadians picking up momentum ever since their 1-0 loss to Ghana. Are you liking what you're seeing now that perhaps they really can pose that strong challenge to the Germans?
Oh, definitely. I think they've really tightened up their back line. The only concern I have perhaps is in the central midfield where they've lost Jessie Fleming. They definitely have an extremely difficult task coming up against the Germans. Keep that defensive structure up, and they need to work a little bit more on attacking with pace, going at people, and making sure that you're available for the ball and you expect the ball to come to you.
All right, so that was their goal. Elise Andrew Oliveri, the head coach of Canada, said he wants to make it to the semifinals, and they're that one step closer. So Germany, Canada will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Korea DPR, United States, first quarterfinal at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. All matches, of course, streamed live on cbcsports.ca. Well, the hosts are still at the party. Their next dance partner, the powerful Germans. The stage is ready in Edmonton.
from the Canadians today. It wasn't a spectacular game. It wasn't particularly attractive at times, but let's face it, we're talking about tournament soccer. It's all about results. They've got the key result tonight.
I was impressed with their defensive consistency today. I thought that Rebecca Quinn had a great game, and we mentioned her in the pregame show, but she had a great game today. She was very solid in the back. I've been impressed with how the Canadians have turned this tournament around from the first game. I'm not sure I really expect them to advance after that first game, but here they are playing the Koreans and holding their own. I thought it was a great job today.
Yeah, needless to say, it was a slow start for the Canadians in this tournament, but the hosts are still hanging around thanks to that goal, the only one in a 1-0 victory over Korea DPR.